Squeaks has a vocabulary that does extend beyond Chihuahua.
And to be alive.
You listened to the podcast last night, you know.
Yes.
I did it.
Yeah. Yeah. So Mikey didn't realise when we went and saw our screening, and when I got out and I've gone to Mikey and I'm like, oh, Squeaks swore, and they're like, what? No, he didn't. What do you mean? It was like when he got to the gunning, and he's going, fuck.
We are live.
We are live.
I'd said it once and I didn't know if you heard me or not. I'm just like, better not say that one.
Yeah, whatever. Just call me General Squeaks.
That's not.
All right. Let's start, shall we? Let's assume music is playing. All right. Hello and welcome to No, I'm going to do that again. You can just edit that part out as well, Brad. So.
Have fun.
That's not getting edited at all, is it?
Nope.
Brad's nodding. Hello and welcome to Australian Transformers Weekly, your first choice for Transformers news in Australia. This is episode 112. We're recording live on Friday, June 23rd, 2017. This is the second podcast that we have recorded this week, this being the week of release of Transformers The Last Night. We recorded a special edition that will appear in your podcast feed last night. It is a very spoiler-heavy review and roundtable of The Last Night. So if you are interested in feelings, thoughts, opinions, and emotions surrounding Transformers The Last Night, I would suggest listen to the previous episode to this one, because this one we won't be talking about spoilers and things like that. We will be covering some of the toys that are released, but it's not a roundtable discussion. It's not a review, and it's not a spoiler discussion for The Last Night. What we are is going to be all the week's Transformers news, reviews, and opinions from an Australian perspective. That's what we do. So I'm Jason. Joining me tonight, we have Brad and Mikey. How you doing, guys?
G'day.
Evening.
Yeah, g'day, mate. How you doing?
Yeah. Just you said the Australian opinion, just crikey, mate, that Transformer movie blowed my lid off. It did.
What do I think? What do I think of that movie? Struth,
mate. Bloody hell, strike a light, mate. Oh, dearie dear. I dropped my beer.
I was watching it in Alf Stewart's torture dungeon, and
yes.
anyone who is not Australian has no idea what that is. But
nope.
I will just say, actually, if you don't know what Alf Stewart's torture dungeon is, I suggest you go on YouTube and look it up. Not Google, just YouTube.
Yeah. Is it not safe for work?
It's very not safe for work.
No. Okay, so don't do it whilst you're.
Now, Mikey, I would ask you what you've been up to this week, except I've seen you a lot this week.
90% of the week, so.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot other than in between.
You and I were on the table at Supernova last weekend. We can talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah.
And we saw one of the first advanced screenings in the world of Transformers last night on Tuesday night. And then we did the review podcast last night. And are you wearing the Soundwave T-shirt again?
No, this is the TCCA T-shirt.
Okay, I just thought I'd check whether it's
I
gone into one of your 7
I don't have 12 washing machines.
12 now. You've got 12 washing machines.
Why did you get my business?
Why did you get 5 more washing machines?
Just what I do with my washing machines, Jason, is my business. Okay.
Fair enough.
I did want to say, because it doesn't look like it's in the news. Hats off to Sunrise. They actually, a kid in our area, there was this mildly autistic kid, and Sunrise basically went to his house and said, oh, hey, here's some presents. They gave him a Last Night Voyage Optimus Primal and a voice changer helmet, and they also took him in the Camaro Bumblebee to a super advanced screening that we didn't even get to see.
Really?
Yeah, at Rouse Hill. Yeah. And then when he got there, all his family and friends were there. So all of his family and friends and Koshi was sitting next to this little kid, and he had just the best day ever. So hats off to Sunrise and Reading Cinemas and Paramount and Hasbro for organising that. That was a really, really good thing.
That is fantastic.
Paramount set it up and had the had the theatre, gold class theatre booked out for him
Yeah,
and
the
the
gold
family.
class as well. So they went above and beyond,
Yeah.
So that was great. And even they got, the Bumblebee Camaro. He went inside. They drove there, and it was like he was a movie star appearance whenever he came to the theater.
Yeah, they had the red carpet out.
Great.
Yeah. And it was great. Yeah. So hats off.
Did they interview him after the movie, and was he just like, that was fucking terrible, or?
Kochi didn't say anything about the movie either.
No, they didn't. No. But he's still a young. I don't know. I think he was maybe just started high school or something. I'm not sure. But I enjoyed it. So like anyone younger than me should have enjoyed it as well, I hope. So, but yeah, no, I just really thought. Even my mum found it today on Facebook, and she sent it to me as well. But I just thought really, really good on Sunrise and all those people for doing that.
That's really good. Good on them. Let's get to some podcast business, shall we? We usually start the podcast off with the winner of Take Your Bot to Work Day, and this week's winner for Take Your Bot to Work Day is Jared Griffith. Sorry, Jared.
Starting off well.
Jared Griffith, who has been enlisting Jetfire, or rather Fans Toys Phoenix, but Jetfire. He's been enlisting his assistance in.
Brad. Honestly.
Oh, Brad, you're hilarious.
Brad.
Did you miss me?
Did I do that? No. So Take Your Bot to Work Day is our attempt at getting people to take their bots out into the real world. It doesn't have to be to work, but it sometimes helps. This is this week's winner, and this is the photo that got the most likes out of all the submissions on the group for the week. And I suggest someone go and clean up that oil stain.
Yeah, but I was just thinking the ultimate Inception would have been if he had like Skyfire set up there, and then a camera just over in the corner, and then him there, and him just pointing to the picture, like the screen of himself. Or at least just like putting like another, if you had the money, getting another Skyfire and putting it down there. I'm just like, whoa, Inception. Or two figures, that's totally a thing.
Honourable mention also does go to Dave Stevens that took his Fort Max to a screening of the last night.
Oh, was that Dave? Was that Dave's photo? That was cool.
Yeah.
And I think
did you have the glasses?
John Ryan took Megatron.
Yeah, and Skyfire
and Phoenix. Well. Yeah, and Phoenix.
Yep.
Skyfire.
Phoenix.
Yeah, G1E.
Oh, you mean Jetfire? Okay, yeah.
The dude right there. Yes, okay. I did not know we had this barrier between the difference of name, but okay.
That's okay. We don't. It's just Brad.
You're wrong, Brad. Just as usual.
Thank you. I'll be here all night.
yes, you will.
Let's move on to some news, shall we?
Let's.
So today, in fact, was it today or was it yesterday? Whatever. Takara Tomy Mall. Was it Takara Tomy Mall? I think it was, because it's an EX release. They revealed the Laserbeak pink deco of one of the Bumblebees in the franchise. Did you say this was from Dark of the Moon?
That's
Brad?
definitely.
It's the Nitro. Yeah, it's a Nitro Bumblebee, but the homage is to Laserbeak. He transforms into a little.
Pink
it's only about 4 foot tall. It's having a tea party
great,
with a girl. Yeah, in Dark of the Moon. So when he gets the order from Soundwave to go and kill all the human collaborators, so it's a great little homage to that. But
if this is an exclusive, yeah,
I believe so.
Okay. If they could have just gone the extra mile by having like some kind of relation to the Breast Cancer Foundation, just because I feel like it fits, because it's just a pink transformer.
I'm not actually sure that that's such a big thing for Japan.
Oh, okay. Well then, if not, but I just thought that would have been cool. But no, I love this little homage. It's neat.
I love the Nemesis or the Black Prime fueling up image as well.
So before we get to that, this is in fact the Summer Wonderfest exclusive. Will be available at the show, which is the Wonderfest show, at the end of July for about $38 US. And leftover stock will go on sale on Takara Tomy Mall, I think sometime in September, they said.
Good.
So, yeah.
Push on me. Which one your phone? I don't know if he comes with the Gatling guns in that toy, or if it's a different weapon.
I think.
Anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, maybe it's
you can see one gun that looks like a bit of a Gatling gun stuck to his bonnet and on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Now, so you were pointing out there's an Optimus Prime there that's holding a fuel Bowser. He looks quite
black.
Yeah, a little black something.
He's got a T-shirt on. You can't see his windows.
Maybe. Well, I think it might just be
a red collar.
It might be. Oh, true.
And some sort of patch over his right breast, so he's got some sort of uniform on.
So he's an Essendon fan.
There you go. Ooh, AFL.
Oh, there's
shout out to all the AFL fans out there.
Yeah, I don't know what that.
I think it might just be attempt at maybe it's shadowing, but like that's really weird because like that'd never that fuel thing wouldn't shadow that much.
And on the bottom right there, you can also see the one of the gold swords that Takara Tomy Mall has been offering as an exclusive.
I was going to say that looks oddly similar to large grey object we see coming out of the water in The Last Night.
It actually doesn't. If you've seen the movie, I haven't actually said this yet, but we all have to be nice to Brad because Brad has experienced the movie vicariously through what
everyone else.
He has not seen it yet. He just knows all
So Brad hasn't seen the movie, and he can't actually tell when we're lying.
Yeah, which is great. You know, the part where Galactus came out and just like ate off the earth.
When I talk about the shot where Bumblebee turned into a giant marshmallow,
and then Mr. Stave Puff Man came in.
Yeah,
Stave Puff Man came in.
Of course he did. It's the only thing you could think of.
Exactly. There you go. Yeah.
So, Pink Duckling and Bumblebee, Laserbeak. Who wants it?
If I can get it, if I can find it, I'll get it.
It's unique, and I love how they kept the red eyes. That was clever.
I quite like it.
That's great. It's about time, you know, like these little things get. Like I really want a dump truck transformer from Dark of the Moon, and yet we never got it. So maybe, hopefully, there's some hope because this is just basically
the garbage truck.
Yeah.
Wasn't it an exclusive somewhere?
Yeah, I think it was like a one step, but like that's not good enough.
Oh, I've got that one. I wouldn't talk about that.
All right, we're going to move on.
Yep. Okay.
This is Cogman. Cogman, as we've been calling him, but Cogman, as his name is pronounced in the movie. This toy bears no resemblance whatsoever to Cogman in the movie, and I don't know whether or not I'm going to buy it. So, without being spoilery at all, very much liked the movie rendition of Cogman. He provided a bit of comic relief.
Yeah.
And I actually think he's probably the character. He's probably the non-human character who has the most lines in the movie.
Yep.
And thus the voice actor Jim Carter, the butler from Downton Abbey, did a fantastic job and needs to be commended on his work. But his figure doesn't really look anything like him, but okay.
We know because he didn't appear like that. He's only supposed to be. Is it a spoiler if I say it though? Because
Headmaster.
It's a spoiler now.
So no. So
we knew that before going into the movie.
He's not. This isn't supposed to look like his mini form because his mini form is just a head. So,
but his head is just the head.
What?
Like the head of this robot looks like the head of the character in the movie. So like, where'd the rest of his body go?
That's what he turns into.
No, he doesn't turn into it. He's his head.
Yeah, but when you turn him into a mini guy,
have you played with Titan Master?
Hold on. Let's just take a step back here. We don't actually know what a headmaster is in the movie universe. So maybe he just swaps his head onto a robot.
Well, his tiny little one.
Maybe.
Haven't you played with Titan Master? Turn him around, you'll see two little feet upside down the back of his head and two arms tucked into his ears.
And that is plainly not on offer in the movie.
Okay.
Well,
so anyway, this is
so you say.
This is the deluxe Cogman figure. My prediction is that this will sell quite well because I think people will appreciate the character from the movie.
Was someone saying this is a repaint of someone? Not Lockdown?
I think it's because it's got the shoulder things here.
Drift. Not Drift?
Not Drift. I think it might be the Bumblebee mold because I'm not sure, but it has the front. It's got the two front of the car sections here on his shoulder areas. It looks very basic, the transformation, and the car mode looks really good.
There's some nice panel line. The car mode looks great. There's some nice panel line stuff here.
In robot mode, except for the bloody thighs, they did everything else except for the thighs, which pisses me off. Like you just got this beautiful looking, and then you just got these weird thighs. But no, I like what this thing is. It has to be. I think it's Age of Extinction Bumblebee. I think.
It's a figure. It's a figure for Cogman, and as you said, he's a main part of the film, so he's something I'll have to get and put on the shelf. So I'll be looking for this when I get it. I did post in the group today though. Why do we need a transformer of him? Why can't we just get a posable action figure, 6-inch action figure or something?
Because it says Transformers on the box.
It doesn't matter. So the shampoo bottles.
Well,
damn it, you've got me there.
That would have been a cool thing if they were to introduce the reintroduce the Human Alliance line. You have a Cogman with
the Human Alliance figures don't transform.
Exactly.
I think we need to move on because we've talked about Cogman longer than a deluxe figure. A deluxe figure warrants. This is going to be a quick one. The complete series DVD box set of Transformers Beast Wars, or Beast Wars Transformers, if you look at the way that it's normally written, is now on sale on Amazon, and so. It's actually a bunch of DVDs from 2011 all sort of stuck together from our Shout Factory seems to be the ones who do the US releases, whereas we get ours from Madman in Australia. And it also includes a comic called Transformers Timelines: Dawn of Futures Past, which I actually don't.
My God.
I actually have a couple of Transformers Timelines comics, and I think that's one that I have. Okay, and
that didn't call it Days of Future Past. It's very close.
So this is a thing, right? Ever since X-Men Days of Future Past hit it big, there's been all sorts of things that have been Days of something past or Dawn of something past, and this is just another one of them. And so it is on sale on Amazon, and apparently it's only $18 US.
What?
What?
Is this? Are you kidding?
Wow.
No.
Where's your proof? You're lying.
Proof is the article in the show notes.
I'll take 2, please.
From TFW, and it says, and I quote, literally, this is the Shout Factory 8-disc release from 2011. You get all the episodes and retrospective features, art galleries, new interviews, and a 12-page book plus a 24-page comic book. You can order it for only $17.86.
Screw this show. I'm going to go buy me some bloody...
Forget the rest of the podcast. Mikey's putting in an order on Amazon.
I was going to say what else it had on it, because if it was only going to throw in a comic, like having new interviews and stuff like that, brilliant. I mean,
hell, that's intense.
And yet you put this item in the run sheet.
I threw it together. I don't read it.
You just don't read in general, do you?
I was elected to lead, not to read.
Not to read.
No, we don't read. We don't read too good.
All right. Takara has released new photos of Transformers Masterpiece MP39 Sunstreaker. Here they are on their site. Their Transformers site looks a little bit last night related at the moment, but maybe we'll just zoom in on this part.
No, I was looking at the better pictures.
Whatever. Sunstreaker they've released a lot of photos of him, and he's looking pretty amazing. Look at that photo. That looks great. I'm really looking forward to that, especially this one as well with the alien dude stuck to his head in his zombie pose. Yeah, I'm quite frankly quite looking forward to this figure. It's good.
It looks a bit complex in the transformation area.
It does. Yeah.
I'm not complaining, you know. And I'm just wondering, is because we haven't really seen it in the accessory count, the silver parts of his alt mode, do they actually transform into him and like?
Do you mean the silver stuff up here on his backpack?
Yeah.
Looks like it. Although that doesn't really look like the spoiler. That might be.
Because look, when you look at the other one with the silver, it looks. So you can see like there's like those, what do you call them? The hinges next to it, like the
that rotates around those guns there.
Yeah,
or
that's
whatever
that's what I was thinking.
Fair enough.
Apparently, someone had
There's
had
your
a
accessory
better,
set.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
someone's
Cool.
had a better look at it. Reckons that those intakes can stay on the back during transformation.
I always love when the Transformer comes with a cripple.
And I think we're done with Sunstreaker. Thanks, Mikey.
I find it a bit offensive that he can't pose like the others. Okay, so shame on Hasbro or Takara.
Same deal. Masterpiece MP12 plus the anime correct version of Sideswipe. Looking good, I gotta say, but he's looking good because the whole mold looks good. So it's just
because the whole mold is good and we already own him.
Yes, and yes, most of us do already own him, but still, there you go. There's his accessories.
Except I think you might get 2 new extra pile drivers because who doesn't need 3 sets of pile drivers?
And gosh, look at the two of them put together. How good they look.
Sexy.
Very.
Question:
much more sleek than.
Has Hot Rod got an old-time radio dial on his head?
I don't know. We're looking at Sideswipe and Sunstreaker.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Who? What? Oh, Hot Rod, as in the picture next to it, the background picture.
An old-time radio dial on his head. No, I've got no idea what you're talking about.
All right.
You see, there has. I don't know. He's French.
Who are you talking about?
There's this guy of. You can't see my cursor.
You're talking about the picture of Hot Rod on the right-hand side. No, he doesn't.
Kind of looks like a ribbon mic. A little bit, kind of. Weird. Anyway,
so back to the story. Sunstreaker and Sideswipe. We've got photos of both of them together here, and
they pose so well.
Just in case you wanted a picture of an Autobot logo.
Yeah, why not? That's
love it.
Yeah. So yeah, these figures aren't due out until the end of the year. Sideswipe comes first in November, and Sunstreaker is due in December.
Nice.
All right, we're gonna move on. There's another photograph. Like this time, it's the box for MP38, the legendary leader version of Optimus Primal Beast Convoy.
Yes.
And this time around, the banana box actually includes bananas.
City bananas, yeah.
And they've also done this property of Optimus Primal thing on the banana box as well.
Clever.
And not only that, but these bananas are actually age 15 plus.
Nice. Wow. Okay. I wonder if my regular bananas are age 15 plus, and no one under 15 can eat a banana.
They might be.
But this looks really good. Like I was explaining before. I had the Universe Optimus Primal, the red one, when I was younger. And this one has a lot more of the features like the mutant mask and all that type of stuff that figure had. So I'm not sure. They might make a red version of this, but I don't think they will. But I do like the look of this, and he seems to come with a whole lot more accessories.
Haven't we seen a teaser for a red one?
No.
No.
Okay.
This was.
We saw a silhouette and assumed that it would be red.
Okay.
And then there was this. I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I love this guy, and I'm kind of glad I waited because I love the mutant mask that it comes with. The kind of it harkens back to like the bat type of primal that we had.
Yeah, this has got conflict written all over it.
What do you mean?
Because I got the show accurate one.
Yeah.
And we all know my opinion on Takara going show accurate, and now we've got this beautiful thing to go right beside the toy. Yeah, might be doubling up.
Complaining because you have to buy 2 now.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's how they do it. That's how they swindle you.
But then it makes me wonder, right? Maybe I should have held off on Cheetor and Dinobot as well.
Look, there's always the Fox Kids versions of them, so I wouldn't put it past them to have like a blue cheetah or whatever the hell color he was. Because Fox Kids in America or in here as well, I don't know. But they released like weird color versions of the Beast Wars.
I mean the toy accurate version. Like we're getting here.
Yeah, I wouldn't know what they could do for a toy accurate Cheetor. Make him look less good, whereas this one kind of looks a bit more good. So I don't know. But I wouldn't say invest in anything like this if it didn't come with more awesome accessories like this one does. So yeah.
So you know why I'm buying this one?
Because you're a hoarder.
I can't not have MP38 and have MP37 and MP39.
You're a what's it, the
I've got an OCD thing.
That's
You're
the
sick.
OCD.
You're sick.
You need to
Your
go to
wallet
hospital,
hates
Jason.
you.
Yeah, look, my wallet and I are in mediation.
Not best friends.
Okay?
With my staple.
Look, my wallet is actually pretty happy that I didn't buy anything at Supernova. So hey,
My
always
wallet
a
hates
plus.
me for buying something that I shouldn't really have, but screw
let's
my
look at
wallet.
these. Speaking of things that we're going to buy,
Except
these
for me.
are so. Takara Tomy Mall has released a teaser silhouette saying that they are releasing a new. They're making a new release of MP15/16E later this year. It's scheduled to be released in December 2017. So at the very end of the year, so probably a little bit after Sunstreaker. It seems likely that it's going to be a single release that includes the 4 cassettes. So we are looking at a remold of Rumble and Frenzy, remold of Ratbat, remold of Steeljaw, and a remold of Ravage. You can figure out which ones we're talking about in there. The interesting thing is the one that we've not actually seen the one that we've seen, the one who's the most detailed remold, which is likely to be Night Stalker. No, Night Stalker. Yes.
Steeljaw.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we don't. So they say it's a Steeljaw remold. We don't actually have a Masterpiece Steeljaw yet. There is a rumor that we are getting a Masterpiece Masterpiece Blaster and his Masterpiece cassette. So we'll see about that.
That's what I thought this was before I read it.
So I thought it was too. But then I realized that Blaster doesn't have a cassette who looks like Ratbat.
Or Rabbit. Oh, yeah, he does a Rabbit.
So some of these guys are actually Decepticons. And,
yeah, I think.
And remind me, apart from getting KOs off eBay, there's no other way of getting Ratbat currently apart from the
Sound Blaster.
Blaster, yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it could actually just be Ratbat as well.
True. So that might be Stripes, Ejector Rewind, and Steeljaw.
Yes.
With a Ratbat, just because,
It might be, but it wouldn't make much sense to release Autobot cassettes without there being a Masterpiece Blaster out there, would it?
Controversy.
Controversy. One of the TFW board members did a little bit of work to brighten up he did a lot of work in brightening up the silhouette, and I actually think it's hilarious that Takara Tomy didn't actually remove this gamma information from the image, but they actually let it go out with it. So good job in lightening this up in order to
lightening the mood.
Yeah,
light our darkest hour.
Light our darkest preview silhouette. How the mighty have fallen and times have changed. So look, this is quite momentous if that actually is the case. We'll see. Mikey, you're not a fan.
Oh God, no! It looks shit.
Yeah, I reckon this is worse than Ravage.
Yeah.
And he's probably less liked of the.
Yeah, true. He's the less liked of the. He's probably the most disliked of the tape bots, to be honest. And does Ravage have those fins?
Yes, Masterpiece Ravage does.
Okay, right. Yeah, no, I just can't stand that Steeljaw. I love my KFC tapes and my KFC Blaster. So unless I don't even know how Takara could better the KFC Blaster.
Did anyone buy Takara Soundwave then get the tape separate, or did you all go Hasbro?
I've got Masterpiece Soundwave and I've got the Masterpiece tapes.
Yeah, so I got when it first came out like years ago, like 4 years ago or whatever. I got them all in a bunch, so the 4 cassettes, and
Hasbro.
then.
Do you remember how much the 2-pack was, Jason? Because they're about $90 at the moment.
They are pretty. I think they were about $90 when they came out.
I thought they were about 50 or 60.
Yeah. I remember when they first came out with Soundwave, they were like ridiculously expensive for two like legend class or minicon type class figures. Yeah, they were about $90, which is ridiculous.
So 15, 16, these are going to be split up into 2-packs.
No, I think from the way it's been reported, I think it's going to be a single pack.
Okay.
Just like they did with the reissue G1s, they released them in 4-packs in their cassettes mode, so I wouldn't see why not. So that
Yeah.
if maybe they'll reduce the price a bit, but I'm seeing this as probably $150. And you can get it.
I don't think there'll be that much.
Really? Okay. Well, I got my KFC. The KFC are quite cheaper than that, and they're quite good quality. So, I guess.
And delicious.
Yeah, right. Yes, yeah. Getting them in that big tub, the chicken legs, so the laser big legs are quite delicious.
Side divergent. If I ask for a $10 bucket of popcorn chicken, I want a bucket of popcorn chicken and not 2 bloody chip packets. Rant over.
Right. Well,
did you try the "Don't you know who I am"?
Don't you know I run the Transformers Collectors Club of Australia? Door shuts.
That only works in this household.
Figure falls off the shelf. Don't you know who I am? And then the just articulated finger just gives it the bird. No, but yeah. When we see these pictures, in hand things, I think that'll change my mind maybe on the Steeljaw. But yeah.
What about this dude?
He's epic.
Where'd this come from?
So we are looking at the special edition primitive skateboarding Optimus Prime, which is going to be, I believe, an STCC exclusive. And it is so primitive skateboarding tends to have signature colors of black and gold, and so they've taken Power Master Optimus Prime and they've given him a black and gold redecoration.
Oh, and it works.
And it actually really does work, doesn't it? Do you know what it reminds me of is actually the Linkin Park Soundwave?
Yes, definitely. Even the box,
So there's the box. There's a little Titan Master who has a skateboard. I don't think this comes with the normal set, so that's been added into this set.
Yeah.
And that is Shredicus Maximus.
Yeah,
it's the little known Titan Master from that alternate universe where Prime gets sponsored by Primitive Skateboarding.
There you go. And the little Titan Master comes with Daniel's skate hoverboard from the Transformers movie because it's modeled after that. So that's I love that. I love how I hope there's like a little gimmick where it kind of can skate along it, has a mechanism or something in there. It might, but even if not, that's a cool little addition. And yet, it's cool that it has actually something that relates to a skateboard, and just not them releasing a figure saying it's the year of the snake. Here's Omega Supreme. There's no relation to a snake, but at least they have a truck, and then he's got a little skateboarding dude. Anyone
noticed that the artwork is clearly a G1 Prime, but the figure is not?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but everything.
Has anyone also noticed that Primitive Skateboarding's logo appears to be the Pinterest logo on a flag?
Yes, because I know what Pinterest is.
No, I don't expect you to because you're not a woman, but yeah.
Yes. No. Yeah. That looks cool. I think
it does look good. It looks good. I've avoided buying Power Master Optimus Prime. I might buy this version.
Yeah,
slap a Decepticon symbol on there. It's pretty good looking.
Yeah, I've avoided the Hasbro one. I'm trying to sell me Takara one. This looks fantastic.
Maybe you can do a trade.
That looks like a face on the front of it.
What are you talking about?
Does the on his chest, the eyes, almost looks like a train chest.
I think it's just a trick of the light.
The design.
Yeah.
I like that. It can't. Yeah. Okay. Now that you've said it, it kind of looks like a Thomas the Tank Engine or Chuckington type train face. Yeah. Because there's the mouth and the big nose and then the blue eyes. Yeah, I see where you're going from that.
Has the original figure got a fake chest or fake front of the truck? Is that how that works?
Yeah. Even Ultra Magnus does. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So that's
it
not.
Just looks like there's more. It just looks like there's more going on in the chest than what the other one does, but again, highlights, awesome. Paint detail, yeah.
And all the little gold lines and all that.
Yeah,
makes sense.
Yeah.
It just looks stunning.
Looks way better than a blue and red paint job of it anyway.
Yeah, yep. I kind of wish they just made him Nemesis Prime, and then, because evil appeals to, rebels and all that, cool kids,
On that bombshell.
Oh, look, one bit of statue you stated.
So Hasbro and 3A have announced 3 new premium scale figures from the last night, and they are ready. They're ready for pre-order now, but I'm not sure if they're ready for release. Now, we're looking at 3A's Optimus Prime. It's 19 inches tall. It's 99 points of articulation. It's a shame they couldn't fit that 100th in there, but
how dare they, as designers, just do that to us?
I mean, like they could have just
incredible.
they could have just put like a swivel joint on the shield or something.
Exactly,
but
nope. Just like G1. How dare they give us 98 and not 100 episodes?
And he also actually he does have some light up features because he requires batteries. Yeah. Very similar pose for Bumblebee than Optimus Prime, with him wielding his hammer over his shoulder, and that's the battle mask version of Bumblebee, and looks pretty good. That hammer actually looks like a really good weapon for
and a meat hammer, whatever you call it.
As you have said, he uses it quite well in the film. So
it's the main talking point. It's the McMuffin of the film.
Yeah, it gets more lines. It almost gets as many lines as Cogman, but
it's quite talkative.
It talks. Yeah.
Bumblebee hates it because it can talk and he can't.
Only 78 points.
How do you? Yeah. Wait, what? Oh yeah,
78 points.
How many? I'm confused. That's a lot of points. Like, how do you?
So it's like
fingers,
the
panels,
each of these, the finger moves, the thumb moves. The thing can go like that. That's like 20 right there.
True.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Don't forget your leader. Your leader figure's about 32 or something.
30 years.
You mean a standard Titans Return leader?
Yeah.
Cool.
These look stunning. These look really, really nice.
They do look good. They're 3A. It's not a surprise. And there is one other that's not mentioned in the article, but does release an image for, and it's Squeaks. He is 8 inches tall and has 26 points of articulation.
A lot less articulation for your money.
No, he's a smaller figure. You can't make him as articulated. I actually think this figure might prove to be quite popular.
Dare I say this is nearly the one you'd prefer to go to, just because there is no decent Squeaks. We get the deluxe come out, but it's not really screen.
Well, so this is going to be a couple of $100. So this is probably not the one that most people will go for.
I like the eyes. The eyes obviously light up and
having that screen accurate representation on the shelf.
Now, if you do want to get one of these 3A figures, you can head to bambaland.com and you'll get free worldwide shipping by courier. Bambaland is the site that's run by 3A for selling their figures.
And then Hey, Black Betty, Bambaland. Is that how you spell it?
Very nice, very nice. No, I'm going to give you that actually.
Oh, freaking.
No,
it looks cool though.
So there are a whole bunch of other photographs of them in the TFW story, but they are all taking quite a while to load. So
they are the masters of rust.
Yeah,
it looks better than the shit that appears to have been smeared all over the
deluxe.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody just had a bumpy ride. They were trying to get home really quick on the Vespa, and they were just having a bumpy ride, and they had diarrhea. And
He's got in the backpack.
That's your figure. Didn't he have like a jetpack in the toy? So maybe that's his jetpack.
Maybe. That was a scooter.
Now that is a really nice looking Optimus Prime figure.
Oh yeah, that detail.
He's got the tiniest Autobot logo ever.
Where is it? I can't even see it.
Oh, it's right there.
Oh my god! There it is.
So this is a 19-inch figure. So the Autobot symbol is
probably decent size.
Yeah, it's pretty decent size.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, I just love to see this pose. And did they have die cast or mostly die cast? No die cast.
There'll be a bit in there. In the feet, you'd think.
I would think that
the whole thing is made of metal. Who knows? It's not. It's definitely not made to be a playable action figure. It is meant to sit in a display cabinet.
And also bludgeon someone you don't like.
So who's going to put him in the freezer signal flying through space?
I think someone who really wants to.
I think you can just get someone to customize that.
Really wants them to deteriorate the value of the figure. Sure, why not?
Look, Prime, you made it to Jupiter.
Okay, we got the next story. This is the last story. Very quick one. Titans Return Overlord. His box has been seen, but the figure has not. It's not quite ready for release yet. But he has a remold of Sky Shadow.
Yeah,
Sky Shadow. Yes, Sky Shadow.
Black Shadow, whatever.
Pretty sure it was Sky Shadow.
Yeah, they have to change the name, but his original character,
Okay.
just,
And it looks extremely impressive. It looks like this is really the mold that the mold that was or the character that mold was intended for. So yeah, he looks pretty
blocky. Cool. Yeah, he's great. I like it.
Plus, he's got 4 moods.
What?
Brad's reading the translation for modes. And we also have a photograph of what he looks like in base mode.
That actually looks pretty cool, to be honest.
That does look kind of cool, doesn't it?
It looks like a launch pad more than anything for the thing, but it looks pretty good for a one of those weirdo base mode things they have to include.
Gee, Mr. McD.
What?
Okay. I don't know.
And he's got the combiner things on the front of the tank thing, so you can attach it to your favorite bases if you so choose to.
Absolutely. All right. We are done with the news. It is getting on a little bit, so I think we might step into new acquisitions. Now, Brad, you and I don't have any new acquisitions this week, so
it's going to be quick.
It's going to be over to Mikey.
I have a bottle of water.
Very good.
My God, you're lucky. You know how many people would kill for that? At least 7. Now, okay. Where are you? Okay. So, firstly, I wanted to check out AliExpress. So I got to myself, and I was annoyed when Masterpiece Megatron didn't come with this, but I got myself a tiny itty bitty little Kremzik.
Kremzik!
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'm happy to have him. The paint is really well done, actually. If it can focus, it's actually like a metallic paint in his on his eyes and mouth, and then just the rest is molded in detail. But yeah, he's see if he can stand.
It's the one thing when I sold my Megatron, I was wanting to keep and just say no, I've lost it.
So he costs $8 shipped. So
there you go.
Why not? Just go over to AliExpress and buy one. I also got, because I saw a review of this guy and I thought he was really cool, Last Night Prime.
There he is.
And again, it took me a while to find this guy, but I think he's really worth it. I've actually sent a figure to, I can't remember his name because he's changed his name now. And
you've sent a figure to someone and you can't remember his name.
No. It's Travis. It's Travis, but he's changed.
Wait.
What?
How do you keep on getting ahead of the line?
What do you mean?
There's a line. It starts back here.
No, I didn't get ahead of it. I just sent it to him. I don't know how long it's going to take. Okay. So I've sent Barricade to him. So I'm not getting any.
Basically, your movie figure collection is at Travis's house.
Yeah, so you can get him next week and send it as well.
No. I'm sticking to Prime and Barricade. But yeah, this guy's going to go over because I hate the bloody safety orange sword and the baby blue shield, which makes no. I guess the shield.
You just send the sword and the shield over
in an envelope for $1.
Look, he needs a bit more paint everywhere. Also, I want him to have purple eyes because and a little bit of red on the face to make a reference to that.
Because he's Nemesis Prime for the whole movie.
Yeah. Why did we just say that?
Listen to Brad criticizing the movie. He hasn't
even seen. Yeah, but actually, this guy has like 30-step transformation, so I'm kind of glad that it's not like this super simple transformation. But once you get it done, you can get it done at about 25 or 20. But it's a solid figure and it's really cool. We just could use a bit better paint. And the vehicle mode's pretty much perfect.
Yeah, we talked a couple of weeks ago with him not having the chrome exhaust and everything.
Yeah, that annoyed me.
More so because they're not completely round. Like they got the holes.
Yeah,
in the middle. The big free-step smash and stand up one has chrome exhaust.
Yeah, because they've got these channels.
Yeah.
So you obviously couldn't do that, but maybe Travis can do something cool with that. And then I didn't go to Nova to particularly buy anything, but then Joel gave me a good deal on this guy, and I said, why the hell not? So we have Mr. Skyfire here, and I've given him Skyfire.
No, I don't know how that
Thank you, Mikey.
Anyway, I love him. Yeah, I love the option for.
Why does he look like Jetfire?
Because you're an idiot. Plain and simple. No,
But he's white, not black.
slash Jetfire. Yeah, and he doesn't have a walking stick and a coughing
Yeah.
problem. And is also voiced by Lockdown.
Earth? It's called Planet Dirt. Continue, Mikey. Sorry.
It's really cool. So you can remove this bit and then put in this spare bit that they've included. So you can make him either the Decepticon scientist or the Autobot warrior. I thought that was really cool. He's heavy and he's gigantic.
And he gets packed down into Stumpy.
Yeah, he gets
stump fire mode.
Severely short. So he's
compared to a Voyager. There we go.
He's about up to his knee.
Mm-hmm.
He's about up to a Voyager, a modern Voyager's knee. Got a whole lot of die cast. He's got like the cockpit can open here, and then due to the transformation, you can actually open a panel to make it look like there's like a bed that you could like walk figures up on. Really intuitive transformation. Light on the gimmicks and the parts. So he only really does have the swap out faction symbol there, and then he's quite huge gun, and he's full of ratchets and everything, and he's solid, got metal in him, and yeah. I was surprised.
A lot of people who get this figure have really taken a liking to it.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised with how much I love him. And
yeah, there's a gif getting around with someone doing stop motion driving cars up the ramp on the front.
Yeah,
of it.
which is I need to see that. Love to see that. But yeah, even like the part of the transformation where this actually opens, so it actually becomes larger and compresses for robot mode is really clever. And yeah, I think that's the definitive Skyfire, or Jetfire for Jason. And yeah, I'm surprised that Robo. Who are the people?
Robo Toys, Joel Freeman.
No. I'm surprised. No, he's. I got it from his stall at Comic-Con. Bloody lighting. Supernova. No, the people that get pissed off whenever you use Jetfire that look like that in the cartoon.
Robotech.
Yeah, no, the company. What's the company's name?
Oh, Harmony Gold.
Harmony Gold. Yeah. So I'm surprised Harmony Gold hasn't gone after these guys because of how.
It doesn't look at all like a Robotech figure.
Okay, so it doesn't. Okay, right. Okay, and yeah, I haven't managed to find. Oh, I'm sure you could do a whole. What's it called? A girl walk mode? You know what the
when you half transform it and make it
pretty much that's it. Yeah.
Legs. Yeah,
it's the most useless thing ever, but they used it in the show. So no, not in this show, but the other show. But yeah, solid figure. Definitely. If you collect Masterpiece, I don't think we'll get one from Takara, Hasbro, whatever.
It's coming.
Yeah, really? Okay. I don't think it'll be this big, to be honest. Because he would then be the biggest Masterpiece that Hasbro or Takara has released. Because he's he's huge. He's like almost twice the size of a standard leader class figure. So okay. I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, no, good figure. Totally worth it if you're into that type of stuff. He fits in well with the Dinobots and just any Masterpiece stuff.
Yeah, no, praise to Phase Toys for making that bot under $200. Yeah, all accounts, it's everyone loves it. So.
Oh, that's so good.
All right, Brad, you and I did not get any toys this week. We are falling behind and will be summarily executed if we fail to purchase something in the next couple of weeks.
By myself.
I brought a bumper bar and some spotlights and a UHF aerial. And
where did you bring them from?
eBay. I did an eBay splurge.
You bought them there, okay.
You bought them there, but you didn't bring them from there, did you?
You brought them home. All right, so Australian Transformers Weekly is produced by Transformers Collectors Club Australia. We have had a particularly busy couple of weeks, and we will have a particularly busy week or two more. So last weekend was Supernova Sydney. Mikey, I think you were the trooper who was on the table the most over the course of the weekend. I don't know why you're holding Kremzika, but okay.
Because he's just being Kremzik. I love him. Okay. That was really fun. I really, really enjoyed that. So happy to help out if we ever do anything else before next
Look, it is always nice to get out and man the table at Supernova, meet some fans, old and new.
Definitely.
Some people come by. There are some people that we only see at Supernova every year.
Exactly.
They don't come along to some meetups, but we also should be mentioned had a nice dinner out Saturday night for the club, and that was quite well attended. We were very happy with that. There's a lot of.
I think that was our biggest one so far. I think
for New South Wales, yeah. I think Victoria's been regularly clocking in higher attendance. This week we also had the advanced screening of Transformers last night on Wednesday night with massive thank yous to Laser for giving us some double passes for those events. That was fantastic. We had a lot of people in Brisbane and a bunch of people in Sydney and Melbourne attend and see the film for free, courtesy of Laser. And all of those people have these squeaks. Key rings. Have you opened? Oh, you haven't got one, Mikey. It's all right. I've got one. I've got a spare. You can have it. But I'll tell you what. It smells like plastic when you open it up.
Can you show it to us, or is it not handy?
I cannot. It is upstairs.
Ah, right. Okay. That was really cool of them.
Yeah, it was really nice. Yeah.
Well, they had to put through that horrible impersonator doing Prime, but.
There's a little bit of sacrifice. You know what the movie said? No sacrifice, no victory. Actually, you don't know because, you know.
Mikey, it's in the trailer.
Yeah, and it's also in the previous. Oh, maybe just the first, actually.
Yeah. No, it all went good. We only had the only hiccups were the +1s. Had a few pull out.
That doesn't need to be on the podcast.
Okay.
Other things
Everything is awesome. Sorry.
Other things that are happening this week. Perth Supernova is happening this weekend, so whether they've probably bumped in now. And
Dave's setting up his photos before.
As we record the podcast on Friday nights, but you may not be listening to it on a Friday. But we do record on Friday nights. The Perth Supernova is this weekend, and Melbourne Oz Comic Con is next weekend. So very busy month of conventions.
Yeah, busy time again. Got a lot on.
Cool. Now, this is the second podcast we've done this week, so I am quite happy for it to be slightly under an hour.
Yep.
What have we got? Does anyone have any closing remarks, any extra comments to throw in before we
just
the show?
With Supernova, did you have a wander around to look at other stalls, or did you just hang around?
Well,
a little. I spent a lot of time on Joel's store on Sunday. Managed to sell some stock for him because he had things that he needed to do, and so it was actually kind of interesting. Sydney Supernova this year for the first time was actually split across two halls. Now, we normally have a table in Fan Club Central, which is in the section called Artist Alley. They've since renamed Artist Alley to just The Alley, which is
original.
Makes it sound slightly less prestigious.
and maybe you might lose your parents and then become a Dark Knight. You never know.
It's possible. It's one of many possibilities when you step into the alley. However, the interesting thing about the alley is that a lot of people didn't know that it existed. So a lot of people went to Supernova and they went into the main hall and they had no clue that there was an entire extra setup in the other hall. Supernova is trying to be about video games and gaming and stuff now, and so they added a whole bunch of exhibitors in the main hall that pushed the merchandisers into the former alley section, which is why the alley was set up in the other hall. We were in the alley and we were basically right down the far end of the alley, which is why some people went to Supernova and complained that they could not actually
find us. Yeah.
If you couldn't find us, then sorry.
We can't do much about it.
There isn't much we can do about it. I will just point out that we did tell people the table number and there was a map in your Supernova pack. So
yeah. Melbourne done the same thing, just trying to expand and make it a much larger experience, and they're just not doing it real well at the moment. So. I
assume it's for the same reason. They're trying to get some video games and gaming stuff.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, they had stated it was all set up down there everywhere.
We've got conventions based for video game stuff. We can have a little thing, but not have something that takes up an entire room. Like it took up most of the whole dome area.
Yeah, they had to fill the vacuum of us being moved out.
Yeah, but I'm sure that the other people willing to come in there and
The alley being moved out, Jason,
Yeah.
not us.
Yeah.
No, I was going to allow it, so it's fine. Yeah. No.
But yeah, no, I spent pretty much 90% of the day of the table, but that was great. We got to meet a whole bunch of people. I brought lots of my collection. Jason, Michael, and I think that was it. That we brought our collection.
There's some good photos of the table and of us horsing around a little bit in the discussion group. So check them out.
Did you see any horror stories? Any figures that you thought, oh, that looks good, and done a big old Jackie Gleason hummer and ran away when you seen the price?
Not really, because we didn't really go exploring. Like we know that prices are going to be.
Oh yeah, there is this one person who sells G1 stuff for outrageous prices, but I don't even know who it is, and I wouldn't mention them anyway. But yeah, I'm just like, I always go up and see if he has a reasonable price on the thing, and just like, oh yeah, okay, that's $100 or almost $200 over what it should be. So stay away from that.
We had in Melbourne, we had a brand new Titans Return Astro Train for $85.
Oh, that's a kick in the guts. Oh, shite. Wow.
I will just point out while we're talking about that, there is if you wonder why everything is so expensive when you go to conventions like Supernova, it is because Supernova charges the retailers a lot of money for their stands. Now, I know that our table costs us, what was it, about $300 or $400, Brad?
Early bird's $275, but if you don't get in that, it's $375 if you don't get booked in that.
Somewhere between $275 and $375 it costs to put a table at Supernova. Now, if you're a fan club like us, you rely on memberships. So please, when it comes time to renew, please do renew your membership, because it's through those memberships that we can actually purchase these tables at these conventions. And thus go out and bring in more fans and more people.
The love.
We have 2,500 people in our Facebook discussion group, and that is largely because we go out to conventions. People recommend us through word of mouth to their friends, and we're a happy little fan club, and we're growing, and it's because we do this kind of outreach. Please renew your membership and help us to do it.
To make us happy little Vegemites as bright as bright.
And that money is just for fan clubs in there. If you want to sell anything,
oh god,
you're looking at $550 to sell.
And this is why we don't sell things at Supernova. We can't. But also, if you think about that if there's a retailer who's selling things on a tiny table for $575, they have to make $575 profit
to break even.
This is why people sell Titans Return Astro Train for $85. This is why people sell G1 figures for more than they're worth, because they've got to recoup the cost of that.
True.
Ultimately, it's actually kind of rich on Supernova's part, because they charge the dealers to attend, they charge the audience to attend. So really, they're ultimately charging both sides for connecting them up with each other.
Yeah.
But in saying that, I did find some good prices for some people. I mean, Joel had some great prices from some third party and even some Star Wars stuff. He even imported some stuff, Star Wars stuff, related stuff, and I thought they were all really good prices. So good on him for doing that. Happy to. It's not like, just not to deter people from going to these things and like buying stuff. It's not all super expensive, but like Jason said,
dealers gonna eat.
Yeah. Pretty much, yes.
And we sort of looked at last year maybe doing something small like the Penrith Toy Fair once or twice a year as well. So we're going to keep on looking into that in the future as well. Just some of that small stuff, because it costs bugger all to get in there, and you're more one-on-one. You haven't got the big groups of people coming through.
Collectomanias, do we do those?
That is the Penrith Toy Fair that Brad is talking about.
Oh yeah, that's us. Oh yeah, I forgot Penrith was in. Oh wow. Okay. Yep. See,
I think that brings us to the end of the show. It is a late night. It is the second podcast for the week. As said, if you'd like to listen to a very spoiler-heavy discussion on Transformers: The Last Night, do seek out the special edition of Australian Transformers Weekly that will be in your podcatcher the episode prior to this one. We don't just throw out spoilers for the movie. We talk about the mythology and how the events that occur in the movie affect the series going forward, and how they change things, and what we think about them. So, please do go seek out that special edition episode.
Yeah. So big thank you to Kathleen from Kathleen's Clutter for joining you guys on it.
Definitely. That was great.
Filling my chair because I was sitting here in dispute because I wasn't allowed on.
Hey, I'd like to have Kathleen on the podcast proper.
Definitely.
We've been talking about it for the last few weeks, so get some.
If you've made it through to this far into the podcast, you're about at the 1 hour mark. So thank you for listening. Australian Transformers Weekly is produced by Transformers Collectors Club Australia. You can find our website at transformerscca.com. You can find the podcast on iTunes, Alexia, and TuneIn Radio. I still don't know what Alexia is, but
I might need to edit that. Anyway,
Alexis?
Is it because it's not called Alexia? Am I like Ron Burgundy when you put a word in front of me and I say it?
It just doesn't matter what you read.
You said the week before when you don't read the run sheet because you're going to say off the shelf that you don't. I said you Ron Burgundy it.
Wait, what's off the shelf? I've never heard of that in my life.
Okay.
No, there's I got a Android with it.
What?
You can find the podcast on iTunes and TuneIn Radio and some other podcatching services. Please head over there and give us a review. The RSS feed link is on the website and in the show notes. We have finally reached the end of the podcast without someone interrupting my outro. Thank you for listening, and we will be back next week.
See you guys.
Good night.